am I the asshole for telling my wife she's not worthy of what she's asking for her push present?
I don't know, brother. It's a push present. That's a lot of work that she's going to be doing and a lot of work that she has been doing for 9 months.
True.
I got to say you're an asshole for this.
I just can't imagine a scenario where that's okay saying. Maybe they're like, I need this $1 million home. And you're like, but even then, it's not that you're not worth the $1 million. It's like, that's just not a realistic possibility for this to happen.
Yeah.
A push present is essentially, you're buying for two. So there's no value that is too great for a push present.
Unless you can't afford it, then you gotta.
Unless you can't afford it, you gotta change the vision. We always
exactly. I don't know why, but I'm getting a vibe that this is more diabolical. Like they're saying that they're not worthy of a push present because it's probably not getting the kid that they want to get. Like not a male kid or a female kid or whatever.
Okay, I gotcha. I was gonna say, even if it is like you can't afford it, saying you're not worth it is
crazy.
It's insane.
Crazy way to phrase that. Just being like, hey, we can't afford that right now.
We are broke as fuck. I don't know who you think we are, but
hey, I gotta say, anytime Julia asks for a present, I'm like, dear, I cannot afford that shit. I was like, do you have something that I can afford?
I'll make you a bookmark. All right. So my wife and I have been together for 5 years. She's pregnant right now with our first. A few days ago, she sent me a TikTok video of a woman on one of those extremist podcasts talking about deserving some kind of push present. At first, I didn't know what that meant, but when I looked it up, it's basically a thank you gift for the woman who brought you a child into the world. Yeah, makes sense. They've, had a kid growing in them for 9 months. And had to push it out. That's the least you could do is do a present or something like that,
I will say that I feel like this is a relatively new thing, though.
Sure, for sure.
So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but I also know what the title is, so the benefit is probably not well given.
Yeah.
The benefit is not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
This concept is and still seems very strange to me.
All right, immediately. All right, benefit taken away. Fucking.
I understand seeking appreciation from your husband for what women go through during pregnancy and childbirth, but it's the materialistic part that give me the ick. The women on the TikTok went on and on about how it's a body for a body, which meant the man would have to get a permanent tattoo on his lower body, give her a house and a car as a gift exclusive to her. It's weirdly weird. I guess they're saying like you have to get something expensive, which I don't necessarily agree
that
with.
part I don't agree with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a house or a car is
crazy.
A lot of
I mean,
yeah.
Okay,
the house part I can agree, but it's it's probably for a better living conditions for you and your growing family.
That's less of a push present and more of an
investment.
An investment in your future.
Yeah, that's more of an investment in future. Car, maybe you don't have a car that's safe or conducive for a kid. Maybe. Yeah,
that's where I was going to go. Or you only have one and maybe she's going to expect to do like grocery shopping and stuff like that. There's those possibilities.
But still, those types of purchases, I think, should be a joint effort because you don't want to stretch yourself too thin because you are just having a baby that's going to add a more expense in your life.
Right. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I felt that those expectations are very entitled. Honestly, a little vindictive, envious, which was the permanent tattoo part, and very over the top for my taste. The decision to bring a child into the world is both partners' decision. My wife, in our case, is not forced to be a mom or be pregnant, as she wants to be a parent too. I simply replied to the TikTok with a laughing emoji and moved on, thinking it was the end of it, and probably thought she meant to send the TikTok as a satire like, oh, look how dumb this woman is, thinking she deserves all that. She was in the other room when I reacted to the video, so she comes in and tells me that she doesn't expect a tattoo and a house exclusively for her, but she wants me to dip into the personal savings.
Oh, wait, house exclusively for somebody is crazy. Like, I don't even get to live in the house? That's wild.
I don't know the TikTok, so I don't know exactly what they're referencing, if that's what it meant.
Yeah.
I imagine the house is for the family.
For the family, yes.
Yeah. It says exclusive to her. I'm like, damn.
That's crazy.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised TikTok's sometimes have
there's some wild ones.
people who are some
for sure.
unhinged. I'm like, okay, that is a little bit too much for my taste.
A lot of terrible podcasts out there. So it's part of the reason why we're not always chomping at the bit to be like, oh yeah, I'm a podcaster.
Yeah, whenever someone asks me,
we
I'm
don't
like,
have a good rep.
Or the way when I had to, on the way from Ottawa to Toronto, I had to take out all the podcasting gear out of my backpack in one of the lines.
nice.
And I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh, a man with 4 microphones, a roadcaster. I'm like, oh, it's not what it looks like. Yo,
That guy's sexist.
I'm
for
one
sure.
of the good ones.
Hey, I still lie when people ask, oh, what do you do for a living? I'm like, yeah, I work in corporate.
Content creator. I say content
I say
creator.
media company.
Yeah, content creator. I go to that too, but then people ask more questions, and it just gets down to the point where it's like,
Yeah.
I'm a podcaster.
I'm a podcaster, but not a sexist or misogynistic one. I'm normal. I'm a normal guy, I think.
I try. All right. So anyway, I don't know the house exclusively part, but she wants me to dip into my personal savings to get a car exclusively for her. I looked at her, almost shocked, and began laughing. I thought my wife and I had similar views on how extremist people can be, and I was wrong. I thought she was joking, and I pressured her and asked if she was serious. She got very annoyed that I thought she was joking and probably imitating the entitled woman on the reel, and she flatly said that she expects a real push present. I said that her gift is the gift of parenthood and the realized outcome of a healthy baby. Materially speaking, I'll probably give her a gift on Mother's Day, a day out, or some jewelry, totaling under $700, but nothing more.
Crazy to get specific, but I guess
It's weird. It is weird to put a number on it. I don't know. I said if she really wants an extra car, it'll be our car, not just hers. She pressed more and said how it isn't enough for what she will go through. She kept pushing and pushing and asked me if she thinks she's not worthy enough. I told her that she is worthy as my partner and the mother of my child, but she has to be realistic and realize that none of us, individually speaking, is worthy of what she's asking for. That she has to manage her expectations because I don't see why she feels she deserves that. It came out wrong, but I didn't mean to dismiss her as a person. She isn't speaking to me and is crying, arguing about it. I heard her criticizing me to her sister on her phone, but under no circumstance would I ever consider gifting her a car. I feel bad she is hurting right now, but I don't feel bad for giving her a reality check. So am I the asshole?
This is gonna be kind of a
everybody sucks, right?
I was gonna kind of go with no one sucks here except TikTok.
What a judgment.
Yeah, because I feel like social media has created such unrealistic expectation for a lot of people. And of course, we only see the lavish side of things where a lot of influencers always show like, hey, this is what my partner gave me for a push present. Not everyone is in that same boat and same scenario. And I think I get the sentiment where she's coming from. Like, yes, I would love to get a car because chances are they'd want something that's a lot safer for the kid, something that she'll be able to use a lot because I'm not a parent and I'm just assuming at this point, after she gives birth, there's going to be a lot of appointments she has to do to take the kid and for her as well. So the car, I think, is a realistic ask in my opinion.
For sure.
I also understand where he's coming from, where I kind of made that point earlier in the beginning that I think those types of expenses should be jointly talked about and jointly discussed. Cars nowadays, you're not going to find a car that's new, nice, that's less than, I've seen people pay almost close to $700 at the very least for a new car a month. And that is a big ask, especially with a new mouth to feed, with a new baby coming in. That is going to be a lot. The optics and the way he said it, to me, I find it condescending a little bit in the way he described it. However, that is the reality for most people, though. Like, hey, we might not be able to afford these things. I wish he could have said it and explained it better instead of saying, hey, you're not, even though he never explicitly said it, the way it was perceived was like, hey, you're not worthy of this. But I think it's just the way he perceived reality. I get her point of view. I also get his point of view. I just think TikTok is the op in this scenario.
The OPP. Yeah, just to build off that too, John, I think him dismissing push presents in general towards her is kind of shitty as well.
I get it.
His listen, the way he talks about this whole thing is shitty. He very dismissive, very like you're being dumb, like talking down about his partner, and like I wonder if he would consider us an extremist podcast in his eyes by the sounds of it. I have no idea. But anyway, just the way he talks about it kind of gives me the ick, if I'm being honest. And I agree. I think I have questions whether it's like, does she have access to a car that she could take, to appointments, grocery shopping if she's doing that, like who knows, right? So maybe she's wanted this for a while. I think asking for it as a push present, probably unrealistic. This should be an investment to the future, like we said before. So framing it as a push present, probably the wrong thing. But he shouldn't dismiss push presents as an entire thing. Because like as men, we're asking our partners to go through, some of the worst pain imaginable. Yes, for a baby, a healthy baby that you both presumably want, but only one of you is really making like sacrifice to your body for this. And so
physically.
So
and it's life threatening for some people.
Yeah, and so to buy it like a present, like even something small to give to your partner, flowers, like something like that, where it's just like, I appreciate you going through this, like what you've put yourself through, and like just showing that you appreciate your partner is something nice. I agree, a house and a car over the top, but push presents as a whole, not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty much agreeing with everything y'all are saying, but I'm saying everybody sucks. He did not word things great, and is kind of demeaning, like Josh said. And then she's kind of wilding for not really hearing him through, even though he worded it badly. Also, yeah, I'm with Josh. Asking for a car is not crazy, especially if you only have one car right now, but presenting it as a push present and then also saying only I can drive it exclusive to me is also, I think, kind of like, that's a weird thing to say.
This is ours.
Yeah. I'm not going to, why would I buy a car and then only you could drive? Also, I'm probably going to be driving most of the time. I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like one person in the couple is usually driving. And if y'all have a joint car right now, it's probably going to, I don't know. Sounds like it's you. But yeah, I mean, I think if she presented it like, hey, I want a car, let's both put it, under our name, or let's jointly discuss it or whatever, that would have gone over well. But to say, hey, I just want a car for me, just for me, I think is a bad look. And then he obviously is just a bad look all around.
Yeah, I agree.
I blame influencers.
Hey, that's fair.
Well, that's funny. That's funny that you say that, because Goober, Reddit deemed not the asshole, actually, which I think I agree with. He's not the asshole for saying no to the car, but he's an asshole for everything else. I think that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see like everyone sucks in this scenario
for sure. And Goober Cat says, not the asshole. Influencers are literally ruining people. My present after successfully delivering my baby was my husband knowing that he's a rotten cook. So he bought groceries and enlisted our loved ones to fill the freezer with meals. He also chopped ingredients for them and cleaned up their kitchen. He started this project about a month before the due date of our firstborn, skipping his gym time so that it was a very sweet surprise.
That's a beautiful present.
That's a beautiful present. Something like that, even like not even purchasing, well, you're purchasing the groceries, but purchasing something you'll both use, and that, is a nice thing so that your partner doesn't have to worry about meals for a few months. You know what I mean? Like that's nice.
Oh my God. I can't imagine fucking pushing a baby out and then cooking a meal. You got me fucked
crazy.
Up.
Hey, comparison is a thief of joy, and influencers are the biggest crooks of them all.
Yeah, 100%. And then I went into OP's comments, and they are not great.
As expected. I mean, this guy is just not sounding like, he does not word things well at all, bro.
So I filtered by controversial and found OP's a reply to this comment. So this is from Craig _hack. If she asks again, tell her you've already given her the most exclusive and unique gift of them all. the genetic load that was your sperm.
Jesus
No other woman in history of mankind has been given your sperm to use her egg.
Very exclusive.
So you're not really sure what you can buy her that beats that. And OP responded, haha, might just do that next time if I'm feeling petty. So OP's pretty shitty,
brother.
Get over
There's
yourself.
a few other comments like that if you want to go check them out, but
I hope they got downvoted a lot for that.
I don't think they did. So,
Reddit.
yeah. You know exactly who was in the comments on that one. But
Get therapy.